You walk into the kitchen. They are standing there making coffee. You say good morning. Nothing. You ask if they slept okay. Nothing. You ask if you did something wrong. And they walk past you like you are not in the room. That feeling in your chest right now, that tightness, that is not in your head. Researchers at the University of California ran brain scans on people experiencing this exact moment. And what they found should be illegal. The pain of being deliberately ignored by someone you love activates the same regions of the brain as a broken bone. Identical. Your nervous system is not being dramatic. It is being injured. And the person doing it knows exactly what they are doing. Stay with me, because what I am about to show you about the silent treatment is the kind of thing that changes how you see every relationship in your life, including the one you are in right now. Most people think the silent treatment is just someone needing space. It is not. Healthy people who need space tell you they need space. They say, I need a minute. I will come back to this. They give you something to hold on to while they regulate. The silent treatment does the opposite. It removes everything. The warmth, the eye contact, the acknowledgement that you exist. And it leaves you holding nothing. That is the entire point. Because a person who is left holding nothing will do anything to get something back. And that is when the manipulation begins. The silent treatment always moves through 3 phases. They are so consistent that researchers can map them like a script. And once you can name them, you can finally see what is happening to you. Phase 1 is the trigger. Something happens. You said something. You did something. You expressed an emotion they did not approve of. It does not actually matter what, because the trigger is never the real issue. The real issue is that you exercised independence, and that requires correction. Suddenly they go cold, not angry, not loud, just gone, and you are left standing in a room with a question no one is going to answer. Phase 2 is the freeze. This is where they wait. Hours, days, sometimes longer. And in that silence, your brain does what brains do. It tries to solve it. What did I do? How do I fix it? Are they going to leave me? Is this the end? You start playing the scene back over and over, looking for what you missed, looking for what you should have said differently. And here is the part that breaks you. You start apologizing for things you did not do, just to make the silence stop. That is when you have already lost. Phase 3 is the reward. This is the part almost nobody talks about, and it is the part that explains why you cannot just walk away. Eventually, they break the silence. Maybe with a small smile, maybe with a hug, maybe with a return to normal, as if nothing happened. And your nervous system, which has been drowning, explodes with relief. That relief feels like love. It feels like the storm is passing. It feels like everything is okay again. And the next time the silence starts, your brain remembers that feeling. And it starts working, harder, faster, more desperately to bring it back. That is not love. That is an addiction. Here is the neuroscience that should make you furious. This exact pattern, withdrawal followed by intermittent reward, is the same mechanism that creates gambling addiction. The brain does not get addicted to the silence. It gets addicted to the relief that comes when the silence ends. Which is why you can know, with absolute clarity, that someone is hurting you, and still feel like you cannot live without them. That is not a weakness. That is a nervous system that has been conditioned to chase the one person who can end the pain it just caused. It is the most powerful psychological control mechanism that exists, and the people who use it, whether they understand neuroscience or not, have stumbled onto a weapon that bypasses every defense you have. Here is where the robot becomes one of the most important allies you have. Because the cruelest thing about the silent treatment is not the silence. It is the loneliness inside it. You cannot ask the person ignoring you what is happening. You often cannot ask anyone around you because from the outside it sounds petty, dramatic, hard to explain. And so the story stays trapped inside your head, growing, distorting, getting louder than reality. AI breaks that isolation. You can describe exactly what is happening. You can ask, is this a pattern? Does this have a name? What does the research say? And you can get an answer that has not been influenced by the person doing the silencing. That conversation, outside the silence, can be the first real crack in a pattern that has held you for years. So, here is what this means for you. Starting today, 3 things change. First, you stop apologizing to end the silence. Every apology you make to bring the warmth back is teaching the silence that it works. And teaching yourself that your peace is something you have to earn. You do not earn peace by apologizing for existing. That is the deal you need to stop accepting. Second, you name what is happening out loud to yourself, not as an accusation. As for clarity, this is the silent treatment. This is a pattern. This is not me being too sensitive. This is a documented form of psychological control. The moment you can name it, its power begins to break. Third, you rebuild where your regulation comes from. If your sense of safety in the world depends on whether one person is currently speaking to you, that is the problem you have to solve. Your nervous system needs other anchors, people who love you consistently. A body that knows it is safe even when one specific person has decided to withhold. That work is not optional. It is the foundation of everything that comes after. Silence is not always a weapon. Healthy people get quiet sometimes. They think before they speak. They take space and they come back. The difference is whether the silence is being used to communicate or to control. Communication eventually returns to the room. Control never does. And the moment you can tell the difference, you stop being available as a target. Because the silent treatment only works on someone who believes their job is to break it. That was never your job. If you recognized yourself anywhere in this, if this is a pattern you have lived inside or are living inside right now, I want you to do one thing. Hit like. Not for me. Not for the algorithm. For the person who is going to search this topic tonight, at 1 in the morning, desperate to know if what they are experiencing has a name. Your like is what helps them find this video. And finding this video might be the first thing that has made sense to them in months. Now, here is what I need you to understand. The silent treatment is not where the manipulation starts. It is what they do after they have you. It is the cage, not the trap. And if you have ever wondered, how did I end up here? How did I miss the signs? How did I let someone with this much darkness get this close to me? The answer is in Case File 04. Because the most dangerous people in your life are almost never the loud ones. They are the charming ones. The magnetic ones. The ones who make you feel, within minutes of meeting them, that you have known them your whole life. There is a specific science behind why your judgment fails in their presence. Why you trust people you should not. Why does your guard drop at exactly the moment it should be highest? Case File 04 is the dark side of charisma. And once you understand what is in it, you will spot it everywhere for the rest of your life. Subscribe. Turn on notifications, because this is the one I most need you to see. And drop a comment below. Just give me one number. How long was the longest silence you have ever lived through? Hours. Days. Weeks. You do not have to say who. You do not have to explain anything. Just the number. Because naming the duration is the first step to making sure it never lasts that long again. I will see you in Case File 04.